Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about living conditions. And this is a real biggie as we grow older. Many people are able to stay in their own homes, which is number one choice of everybody. You know, if you can stay in your home the whole time as you age and even maybe die at home, how cool is that? You get to be in your own environment. You can choose what people are around you. Unfortunately, this doesn't work for everyone. Even though that's the goal and it's what we all would prefer, which it's called aging in place, sometimes it happens where it really isn't safe for us to live alone. Perhaps, we're a widow or widower. We don't have children. We don't have grandchildren. Maybe we don't know our neighbors very well. Basically, we're pretty isolated. And if we were to fall or have something else happen, there's really nobody there to help us. Now, hopefully, if you have one of those alert buttons or your phone nearby, that's great. Then you can call for help. The other thing, of course, is socialization. Now, some people really enjoy being alone. I'm one of them. It doesn't bother me. I enjoy being alone. I also enjoy people. But there are others who really do need to have people around. And when they don't have people around, they don't have the stimulation that comes from that. And then they start being unhappy, maybe depressed, that sort of thing. There are options. And one of the options, depending on your circumstances, is to look into senior housing, where you have your own apartment. And there's no services or anything provided. But you're living with other seniors, and generally there is a common room where people can get together, play games, watch TV or movies or whatever. So you do have that socialization. The other option, of course, is assisted living, retirement community, that sort of thing. And as you know from my prior videos, I have managed that situation. So I know the pluses and the minuses of it. I used to work with people when they first moved in, and I could tell pretty much early on who was going to be happy there, find out that it was a good place for them, and those who were going to be pretty miserable. I remember one time, this really brought it home to me. There was this delightful woman who lived there who I'd gotten to know pretty well, and she was in a wheelchair, but she still was very active, very involved. And one day I was having a resident meeting, and I was going over some new things that we were going to be offering them in terms of some activities and that sort of thing. And of course I was excited and, we're going to be doing this and that because I thought it was really good. And so I was going along, and all of a sudden this resident put her hand up. She said, Krista, she said, I have to say to you, she said, I know that you're excited about this, and I know that you do your best to create a really good environment for us and that we can be happy and so on. But something that you really need to realize is there isn't one person living here who wouldn't really rather be living in our own home. And that just drew me up short because I thought, yeah, she's right. And so no matter how wonderful a place it was and how many wonderful things we offered, truth is, if they could live at home, they would. But having said all of that, sometimes it is the best place for you. If your physical needs are such that, you do require somebody there in case you fall, or perhaps you're forgetting to take your medications and it would be good to have some help with your medications, or, if you're not safe in the shower, just having somebody in the next room where they can help you immediately. All of those are things that can be offered through assisted living. So what I'm trying to say to you is that as you age, it's important to look at your living situation and make sure that, number one, it serves you and that you're happy there. But number two, you can take care of yourself and your environment that's still something that you can do and manage. And then always, always think of the social aspect. If you're going to be living in your own home, try to make sure that you have some kinds of stimulation with other people, whether going to a senior center, or you have neighbors, or you have children or grandchildren or people in your life, maybe a bridge group, maybe a drawing group, a music group. There's all kinds of things. And what I always tell people is, if the group doesn't exist that you would like to have exist, start it. be the one, invite them to your home. Find a way to do that. Bottom line, make sure that your living condition is safe, that it is stimulating to you, that you're happy there, and that your needs can be appropriately met. If you have holes in any of that, then what I would suggest is that I've given you some contact numbers for the Area Agency on Aging. That's hard to say. Or reach out to the senior center and see if they have somebody. But talk to somebody. There's so much help out there for you. You just have to reach out and say, hey, I need somebody to come and talk to me. I need somebody to come and assess my living situation and help me see, are there ways that I can make staying at home, that I can make aging in place safe and happy for me. So look into that and be open and be willing to kind of look at your situation, be willing to change it if necessary.